Hey guys, Uppy here. In this video, we're going to be talking all about some tips and advice before shooting your first wedding. Let's get into it. Now, just like with anything in life, the first time you do something can be quite daunting. When I think back to the first time I ever shot a wedding, I was super nervous and super anxious because I've never been to a wedding before and I didn't really know what to expect. So, if I could go back in time and give my slightly younger version of myself a little bit of advice, this is what it'd be. Number 1. Understand your camera and light. A wedding day can be very fast-paced and throw you into all kinds of different situations. Now, when this is one of the most important days in someone's life, you don't have the luxury to sit back and try to figure out your settings. You have to come across confident and be able to walk into any situation and immediately know what ISO, shutter speed, and aperture you should be on. So go out and practice in all kinds of lighting conditions. Golden hour, blue hour, harsh light, low light. Having a strong understanding of these things and being able to quickly switch them around will help you out tremendously. Number 2. Always shoot in RAW. Shooting in RAW not only gives you the best quality out of your camera, but it also gives you a wider and more specific range for when it comes time to edit. Yes, it's always good to try and nail your settings when you're shooting, but for those times when you accidentally underexpose or overexpose a bit too much, if you're shooting in RAW, most of the time you can fix it in post. So remember, before every shoot, when you turn your camera on, make sure it's set to RAW. Number 3, become homies with your couples. The more you can become friends and get to know your couples before the wedding day, the better everything will be. So leading up to the day, make sure you try and meet your couples via Zoom or over a coffee as many times as you can. For me, I try to meet with a couple at least 3 times before the wedding day. This way, they can get to know my personality, style of shooting, and also we get to talk all about their wedding plans. This will not only make you look like you actually care about your couples, but the better understanding you have of their wedding day, the better you can prepare. Number 4, have a set questionnaire. Now, after a couple books with me, I always make sure I send them a questionnaire. This will include things like the address of where the bride or the groom will be getting ready, the location and start time of the ceremony and reception, any cultural or religious things we need to keep in mind, etc. Because like I mentioned before, the better understanding you can have of the wedding day, the better you can prepare. So having something like this has helped me so much, because if I ever get unsure about something, I can just quickly open my phone or laptop and just look at the questionnaire. Number 5, don't be afraid to use Pinterest as inspiration. When I first started out photographing couples, one of the hardest things were trying to think of poses for them to do. I'd always fall back to those cliche prom style photos like, can you guys hold hands and hug? You know, cringy stuff like that. Now typically, couples have never been in front of the camera like this before, so they expect you to take the lead on everything. So before every shoot, just go through a folder of saved Pinterest photos on your phone. Having these poses in the back of your mind will help you a lot during those stiff times when you're running out of ideas. And most of the time, after you give a couple a few poses to do, it usually breaks the ice and they forget about the anxiety of being in front of a camera and they feel more comfortable and they just love each other. So when that happens, just make sure you capture it. Number 6, have backups of backups. Like I said, the wedding day is one of the most important days in someone's life. And there are so many once-in-a-lifetime moments that happen. The first kiss, the first dance, and so on. As wedding photographers, it is our job to remember that these images aren't just photos to chuck up on Instagram. These moments that we capture are treasures that this couple and the family will cherish forever. So making sure you have backups of all your gear is a must. If you're interested, I made a video all about the gear we use on a wedding day, and you can check that out here. And last but not least, number 7. Make sure to have fun. Weddings can be a lot of pressure, and to be honest, they're not for everyone, which is completely fine. But if you're serious about pursuing this as a career, it'll teach you so many things outside of just photography. Things like social skills, learning how to manage people, learning how to work under pressure, overcoming obstacles. All these little lessons you'll learn can be applied to literally every aspect of your life. So have fun and enjoy the journey. Learn from other people's mistakes and take care of your couples. If you can remember these few things, then you're going to be absolutely amazing. If you enjoyed this video or found any of these tips helpful, I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribed to the channel and left a like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.